Happy Friday, everybody. Hope you're doing well wherever you are. Whatever you're doing, beautiful day here in San Diego. Got some blue skies hanging out, which is pretty normal. A little chilly for us lately. But I wanted to spend a few minutes talking to you about something I'm super excited about and kind of give you the timeline of this journey because it's pretty wild. And so in 2008, I had a dream. Yes, indeed. I had a dream about a guy. His name is Jason Ma. Jaeson is the spelling of his first name. And I remember in the dream when I saw this name, I thought to myself, that's an interesting spelling for Jason. So when I woke up, I Googled this guy, and he's a real guy. And at the time, this is 2008, we were doing similar things with universities, and he was at UCLA at the time. And so I was in Sacramento at the time, and I reached out, and I didn't get an answer for like 3 weeks. And I thought, I guess this guy's gonna blow. He's in rural China connection, so he finally responds. He's like, "I'm so sorry," and he says, "I'm gonna be up in Sacramento visiting my aunt." And his aunt happened to live like 2 blocks away from where we were living at the time, which is pretty crazy. So we ended up connecting, and this evolved into a conference in Las Vegas in 2009. And he was speaking, I was speaking, and at the end of this conference, he comes up to me and he says, kind of out of the blue, he says, "I see you producing a movie that's going to be a blockbuster." I said, "Okay." It's just, when you get a word that's just so outside of what you've been thinking about, you don't really know what to do with it. And so I just kind of put this word on a shelf and was like, okay, well, I'm not really sure how to even partner with that word. And so then I was just kind of waiting, like, is there going to be another word or some type of a confirmation? And so a year later, I'm hanging with some new friends, my wife and I, Matt and Desi Gonzalez. This is back in 2010, 13 years ago. And we're having dinner, and Matt looks at me and he says, "Man, I just see you producing a movie, and it's going to be like a blockbuster." So I'm tripping out a little bit. So I said, okay, I'm going to start to partner with this word. And the way I did was I said, well, what would I do if I did a movie? What would it look like? What would be the world? What would the story be? What would the characters be? And from the get-go, I thought, man, it'd be really cool to do an anime film or an anime series, just because anime is such a powerful way to communicate supernatural things. And many times anime does, but it is a pretty dark space, anime. And in fact, there's a number of the studios, anime studios, that are feeders into porn. They're connected to porn studios kind of on the back end. And so there's not a lot of kingdom stuff in there. So then fast forward 2021, I think it was 2021, I'm in Texas at a conference, and there's this lady, Ruth, who's a good friend from the Philippines, living in America. And she says, "Tell me about your life." So I'm telling her about my life, my story. She says, "We're going to make a movie about your life." I said, "Well, I know what it'll be." I already know. I know the world. I know the characters. And so we began to dream about the possibility of putting together multiple manga novels, which are anime novels. And so our first one is done. House of Many Waters is the title. It is edited. We're now preparing to get the artwork done, professional artwork, anime artist that we're working with. And the goal is to have at least 4 novels. And the ultimate hope here is that this will be built into a series, maybe a movie, something on the screen. And it's not a Christian story per se. It is kingdom, but I wouldn't say it's Christian. But it definitely carries the attributes of the kingdom, the heart of the Father, the mind of Christ, all that good stuff. A lot of action, and it is based on my life. So there's been interesting things in my life, and so we've kind of taken this trajectory and history of my life and built it into a story with a lot of cool characters. And so we're super excited about this, but we're looking for help. And so we need help to get the artwork done. The artist that we've been connected with is really good. And so phase one of this help is, excuse me, I don't know what's going on with my throat. Phase one is to get the cover artwork done. And then manga novels work. There's a lot of illustrations in manga novels. And so then getting illustrations in the book. Phase two will be a Kickstarter campaign that will help enable us to get distribution, printing. We want to get this printed on really good materials to get noticed, and then to be able to build out the next 3 novels, manga novels. And so if you would be interested in helping us, that would be amazing. It goes through my nonprofit, and so you'll get a tax deduction for doing so. And I'm just going to throw the link in here. Super excited about this project. My friend Ruth, there's another friend, David Waddle. David and I have partnered together in the building of the story. And so he's been helping write out and kind of build on top of some of this stuff. And then Ruth, the bigger picture with Ruth is we hope to have some type of release into the series or movie world on this, which I think would be super awesome. There's not a lot of kingdom stuff in anime, and there should be, because it's such a powerful tool to communicate, and it's massive. Everywhere I go, it's crazy. Everywhere I go, I see kids, adults, they're reading manga. They got anime stuff. It's massive. Anime is huge worldwide. It's, of course, Japanese animations where it all originated. And so the Asian community, there's a big audience, but just globally, there is a large audience. So our hope is to spread some kingdom into that significant space and really open up some conversation, have people have encounters. I know quite a few people, including myself, having had encounters with God in the midst of watching anime. And so that's the ultimate hope here, is people would encounter God in the reading of the novel and potential other novels, and this being on a screen. That'd be amazing. So check out that link. It would be awesome if you can help us get phase one established, get all the artwork done. To get this thing released in a really good, legit, awesome way. So then there can be traction on this story. So otherwise, if you got questions, you can reach out to me. Let me know. And I hope to hear from you. Peace, everybody. Have an awesome day.